I'm back. Hello. Just request to join the live, and I'll go live with you.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good morning for me.
Good morning. Where are you at?
I'm in Los Angeles, but I was filming last night, so.
Oh, you're in LA? I thought you was in. Okay. That makes sense because you was filming yesterday. I saw your story, so I should have known.
Yeah, I was on set. So let me just come outside. I'm in LA, as y'all can see.
Wow.
I just got done filming, and it's super hot outside. I don't even know why I came out here. But I just want to show you guys where I'm at. I'm in LA. So let me hop my ass back inside. Actually, you know what? Let me give the viewers. I'm gonna give the viewers a little bit more of the view, just so they know I'm not BSing. Yeah, I'm in LA, and yeah, I have bad hair. This is my hair from last night.
I'm not here to judge, okay? I'm not here to judge at all.
We didn't get done filming until like 3:00, and I just will literally open my eyes, like popped up, like, oh shoot, like hurry up, like, So this is me today. I'm usually cute.
I feel that.
You ever wake up with like a puffy face?
Yes, all the time. That's like the story of my life.
I just threw like lip gloss on. I'm like, fuck it, like puffy face day. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not here to judge. You look nice, regardless.
I don't know about that, but thank you. I'll take it.
Definitely. So we have a lot to unpack. We have a lot to talk about, and we're gonna dive deep. We're gonna go way back in the past, and we're gonna ask you a few questions leading up to now. Is that okay with you?
I think I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. So
ready.
How about this? I'm gonna start with a couple simple questions. Okay. Okay. So question number one. So when did you first discover that you could rhyme? Like, when did you first discover that gift?
I always knew I could rhyme. Like, even like back when I was a kid, I used to be like random and just be writing in books and stuff. And
writing books. Okay.
Yeah, like I used to write books of rhymes. Like I'm talking about, I used to have like 4 or 5 notebooks of rhymes, and then after the one was finished, this is how crazy I was. I never kept them. Like when I was a kid. So, like when I was a kid, just because like my mom would yell because it was taking up too much space, like in my room. She like, girl, clean your room up. It's too much book. Like I literally used to be obsessive with it. Like,
wow.
Like really, like I mean, any mom would like yell if like notebooks are taking up the whole damn room. She like, girl, clean your room up. You can barely walk. So I'm like, all right, I'm throw this one out. You know what I mean? Out of like 100, but it wouldn't just be rhymes in them. You know what I mean? It would be inspiration. I think every creative out there, they actually come up with things that like help them create. Like I used to have like artwork and I used to have like artwork and what else did I used to have? Doodles, just the creative
artwork.
type.
You could draw too?
Yeah, I draw too. I paint. I'm more good at painting people's faces. I'm terrible at painting sceneries for some reason.
Right. Okay. We have our flaws.
Huh?
You could definitely learn if you ever want to paint. If you could definitely learn if you ever want to learn how to paint sceneries. They ain't that bad because I'm the opposite. I'm good at painting sceneries. I'm just bad at painting faces. So maybe we can help each other out.
I think my patience isn't there for sceneries. You know what I mean? Because I'm like a perfectionist. Like so, with a face, that there are a few curves, there are a few shades, and you draw it with a pencil first. You always take the pencil and shade it out, and then you use color. So
right, exactly. Okay.
And everything on the face, what defines a face is shades. So shading. You can't just draw a line and think that, okay, it looks like them, yes, but then you have to redraw the lines for shading. So that's
right,
the key
exactly.
But I do that. I do that just for fun right now.
Right.
You know, right now I'm working on a female's children's book, a little girl's children's book called Queen to Be. And the pictures are illustrated by me. The crazy part is, though, I drew the book, and I'm just waiting, like, honestly, just to sit down with the pictures and draw out the story. It's about, like, you know, different queens around the world. Specifically minority, maybe I should change that. But you know, it's about Black queens around the world. I even drew, and there's a couple things like on a logistics side, like, you know, I drew Queen Latifah, you know, things like that. But it's for little girls, so I want to inspire them. I've always been in activism, and I want to inspire them to go for greatness. So.
Wow.
That is. Yeah.
You just have so many talents. Like, oh my God. Like,
I know. Talk to my mom and God, because I swear, sometimes I feel like I'm like a chicken with her head like cut off or whatever. But you know, I live an amazing life. I live a exciting life. Maybe I was meant to be a gypsy. Who knows? Because I literally never stay in one place. But you know, that's all God. God blessed me with the life, and sometimes it's the opportunity. I had put a post up yesterday, and I said, you know, sometimes you shouldn't prepare for an opportunity. You should just prepare for anything. You know what I mean? Like, you should be in position. You should always be in position to where God needs to bless you. You know, and I think that's just me. I never wait on an opportunity. I never rely on one thing. I'm always where God needs me to be. I'm always. Some people don't even want to get up in the morning, or some people don't want, like, they don't want to leave or go be in a mix and be sociable with people and network with people. I'm not one of those people. I've never been. I'm always a social butterfly. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very observant, and I can be to myself a lot. You know what I mean?
That describes me too. So definitely, you know, we relate in that aspect. So I also want to get real deep because, man, you've done so much as an artist. And, you know, if we talked about everything, we'd be here all day. So I'm just going to, you know, cover just a few things that you've done in your career that, you know, stood out to me as a highlight. So first of all, you dropped your first video in 2012, right? Sparkle Girl Cypher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you have 50 Cent cosign.
I ain't have him. He just co-sign shit. Cause
how did that feel though? Like to have, like, you know, 50 Cent, you know, co-sign and shit to your first video that you put out.
It felt godly because when I dropped the video, I was pushing it on Twitter, trying to get her. I sent it to everybody. I ain't just sent it to 50 Cent. I sent it to Fat Joe. I sent it to
Right.
I sent it to everybody, and 50 Cent tweeted it back and was like, "Yo, this is nice." So that moment when I got that tweet back, his fans became my fans, which was dope.
Wow.
And then automatically, you know, but that moment, I felt like screaming. So I screamed and I yelled around the house, and everybody's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Man, just have me back." And happy birthday, 50 too. He just had a birthday. Yeah, 50 like an uncle to me, because since then it's like every time I'm in town and 50's in town, and I come out to see 50 and the whole MJE boys and everything. He always showed love. He's always like, "What you working on next?" It's like, he's really a scary guy, you know what I mean? But, you know, he don't have to have me around, but you know he does, and
he's pretty big and intimidating. So I agree.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to, you know, be in any trouble with him. So honestly, like 50 Cent, great guy. I'm glad that he retweeted your video because the video was fire. It was very bar heavy. So what was going through your mind when you was recording that beat with that Cypher video? Or that Cypher
I broke a nail last night with that. So as y'all can see, I broke a nail. I'm a real one. Look, this hand's pretty. This hand I broke a nail last night. So y'all see me. Y'all look, y'all gonna have to take me as I am. So wait. So what was
no, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Okay, my question was that, you know, in 2012 when you was making, you know, the original Cypher song, like, what was that process like? Because I said it was bar heavy, it was fire, and I see why 50 Cent posted it. So what was going through your mind, and what was the writing process like putting that song together?
Me writing that, I remember, it's crazy. Okay, me writing that so long ago. I was sitting in front of a computer listening to beats, and I knew I wanted to rap on a Cypher beat. I just didn't know which one. So I was sitting there, and it was the one, actually, I did a song called My Introduction. I did a video for on YouTube, and it was that one, and it was this one. It was trickled down to the last two. Just because I ain't put it out yet doesn't mean I wasn't working on it.
Right.
So I was like, dang, which one? I'm like, this one got more energy, so I'm gonna go with the one with the most energy. So I was just sitting in front of the computer, and it's crazy because at the time it was like phones wasn't even, for me, I wasn't even on phones. I wasn't relying on phones back then.
Oh wow.
So I was like in front, I mean, even though I had one, but I wasn't like, I didn't have the newest iPhone. Like, I had a new one, but I ain't had the newest one. Right. So I was in front of the computer, and I had a pen and a piece of paper. Flipped that piece of paper over and kept going. I'm like, kept going. Because, like, you know, Cypher beats are easy for me. Because it's like, it's so universal. It's so everywhere. Like, you don't have to have a hook. You don't have to have a bridge. You could just keep on spitting and spitting and spitting. And most of the times when I'm in the studio, I just tend to keep on spitting and spitting and spitting, where they have to cut it up and save some of the verse, because that's just how I rap. Anybody who've ever worked with me, you know that I am a spitter. Like, I'm great. I'm a great songwriter too, but I love to spit. Yes. I don't believe in 16s. I believe in like 32s, 48s. You know what I mean? Like 52s. Yes. I go over in songs, and then they take them and then they put them to the side and use them for something else. Okay. Long story short, yeah, that's how that happened. And then the video, I was like, I know I want to do this video for it, and but I need to figure out how I'm gonna do it. So I went out. I was on tour with Wale when Ambitious Girls came out, right? Wow. And we was a part of the Ambitious tour promo girls. Yes.
That's what's up, yo.
And I had I was cool with Wale way before this, and his manager, Lee. So I said, I got this video. My sisters and my mom's, like, they're like my biggest cheerleader. And I was like, I got this video. They're like, you need to hear this. You need to hear it. Da, 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 da. So we outside the Electric Factory in Philly, and I turned the music up, and next thing you know, they like, everybody was like talking and whatever, and then they had to come into the car like, okay, and then and then Wale manager had Wale manager was like, you should have all different types of girls, and like different types of girls. And like rocky all stuff, like you Sparkle Girl A, you need to have J, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I just came up with the Sparkle Girls and Sparkle Boy shirts. The merch. That's what's up. That's how the merch started, and I put everybody in the video, and I was rapping, and Wale people gave me the idea for that video, and I thought it was real dope. So,
it's a dope ass video. And then also you made Faja, which was one of your next singles. So what was it like making that song?
A headache. I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew exactly. Sorry, see, like, y'all really got me in the morning. I'm yawning and stuff.
You good? You good?
I ain't even bright eyed. It happened. You can tell. I look like, no, for real. I look like I had a night of partying, but I was at work. I need my coffee for my tea. But Faja was a headache because we was in the studio like shortly right after we recorded Spark Girl Cypher. We were in the studio and I was recording Faja. Right. Nobody, not my mom, nobody from my camp, not my mom, my sister. Everybody was like, no, you need to put out these songs first. I think at the time I was like, some of this, it was Takeover and all that. I'm like, no. I know what song I need to put out next. Like, y'all don't believe me. I know what song I need to put out next. Like, let me live.
Right, so, exactly.
So, they was like, all right, we trust you. We're going to let you put it out. I'm like, all right, yeah, because there ain't no choice, And then I was like, but I want to shoot a video to this next. So the video was a whole process because I needed like I had this vision. I always had a vision for film back. Even I had like, even though I'm doing film now, like I always had a passion for filming, and I love, you know, like creative direction, and I love doing that. Like any video that you see of mine, I directed it. I just gave somebody else the credit for it.
Wow. Like Shannon Murr was the one who directed your first few videos.
Yeah, but that, you know, Shannon Murr, yeah. You know, of course, like, you know, she shot it, but again, that's my idea. I had to set the shoot up. You know, you're an independent artist. They ain't setting that shit up for you. You setting the shit up yourself. Only video that I didn't have too much creative direction on, which I did do a lot, like, for it, as far as, like, getting everybody there, getting the clothes. But only video that I didn't really creatively direct as much was Summertime. And that's because, you know, the director had a team behind them. So it wasn't like working with one person that was shooting, just a camera person. It was like really, you know, it was really done right. But I like to have a hand in everything that I do. You know what I mean? Like, I like to, I mean, I like shit done right. I like stuff done right. So, it's always important for me to have a hand in it. So even in Summertime, I did the clothes. I had brought the dancers in. It was dope. Yeah. So
wow. And then 2012 was also a very busy year for you after you dropped The Cypher and Faja and Takeover and all these other songs, and you dropped, I think, like 7+ songs in like a 6-month period.
Yeah.
Like music video wise, like 7 visuals in the 6-month period.
More
like,
than that. I did a lot with other people too.
And then also, and then you also did you also performed at Powerhouse. The likes of like people like Brandy and Miguel, and like how exciting was that? Because
I don't know if Brandy was there. I don't know if Brandy was there. That'd have been dope. But it was like Usher, Rick Ross, there's Omarion, Miguel, French Montana, Meek Mill, a couple other people. I can't really remember.
Okay.
That was so long ago.
I know, I'm going way back. So it just, you know, when I do my interviews, you know, I like to dive deep. So, you know, don't mind me. You also won the Artist of the Year award in 2012 at the Philly Hip Hop Awards.
I won that twice. I won Tri-State Artist once. I won Best Indie Film, Best Indie Music 3 times. I went. It's like at Subway. I'd be like, all right, my mom be hurt for me because she be like she got an invisible like entertainment system, and I got all my shit up there. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. I gotta move. I'm sorry, Dad and brother. I'm gonna have to move y'all to the left, and let me just take up this whole middle. You know? And then, because, you know, you got the because I get citations from the city of Philadelphia for the activism.
Right.
I get awards. I just got the Global Activist Award. I got that.
Wow.
I got a Martin Luther King Award. You know, those things, they got to be displayed properly. You can't just throw them in a cabinet, Mom, like you do the other pictures now. You got to throw them in there properly. And she has to include her Best Manager Award. So you got to throw all that up there for the guests to see.
Yes, definitely. And then also, you know, in 2012 and 2013, you participated in 2 ciphers in the Philly Hip Hop Awards. And, you know, the first one, you know, it was, you know, with a lot of women, and you was pretty much like you bodied both of those. Like, I really wasn't like, to be honest with you, like, you know, both of those hip hop ciphers, like, especially 2013, you was in a room full of men, and you just bodied the whole room. Like, how did it feel being in those 2 ciphers?
I mean, the first one was like the slam dunk. I mean, the women were really, all the women were really dope. I when I watched it, I was like, damn, like, at the time, you gotta realize the women was rapping for a minute, you know. You know. Shout out B. Holla, shout out Miss Caddy, shout out Meek 46th Street, shout out Tiana Victoria, and everybody else. And Isis the Savior, like Isis the Savior can really fucking spit. Like, you know, I know she's a crazy spitter. I just think what made me so different was my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the new kid on the block. I was like, you know, I was ready to eat up anything. I was a beast. I went in the straight beast mode. Like, but
I feel that.
But with the men, it was like the legends, like kind of like they threw it in the legends thing. So I don't really think I had the best verse. Like, I still go back to that joint. It's hot, but I be like, damn, like, I should have said something like this. I'm coming on a philosophical. They coming with that real street shit. I should have, damn.
Yeah, I feel you.
But, like, you know, I think E-Nash killed that joint. I think it was a couple people. Son, my boy's son. Yeah, it's more early in the morning, so forgive me. But Vodka, all them, Spado, like, you know what I mean? We went round for round, and that's why I love ciphers, because it be like, you be hearing people spit, and you be like, damn, like, I'm blessed enough, and I'm like talented enough to be on this platform with these people.
Yes.
Like, dang, like, that's another God moment. You gotta look up and be like, God, you funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that was about, it was dope. You know, I always loved doing ciphers. And, like, the BT hip-hop cipher was in 2014. Like, that's what I'm known to do. Like, I put out my first 3, and out of my first 5 singles, I mean, 2 of them were cipher beats. You know what I mean? And now you see a trend of people, you know, starting to do cipher beats now, and it's like, dog, like, it's cool to do cipher beats, but I can't do them like me. Stop playing. I know I'm playing. No. But it's cool to see people do the same cipher beats that I did. So, because it'd be like, okay, maybe I influenced that. So I like that.
Okay, that's what's up, yo.
And then I did the back room on 106 and Park. Can't forget that. And that was pretty weird though, because I hated the beat. I'm like, y'all ain't got no other beats. Like, y'all ain't got no other beats. I feel like they gave me like a Christmas jingle. You know what I mean? I went on the back room on 106 and Park, and I felt like I went on the back room on 106 and Park, and I felt like they gave people more amp music, and I'm like, yo, I'm ready for it. They gave me some ding doo 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 doo. I'm like, dog,
you killed it regardless, though.
Thank you, but you know, thank you, but I'm just like, dang, I wanted one of those ill beats I heard before. Like, give me a good beat. Like,
I can't believe you just called it a Christmas jingle. Like, what the?
I was like, who picked this joint 106? Like, I love 106 and Park. Don't get it twisted. But I was just like, who picked this damn beat? Who did it? I know management better not have picked this shit. Excuse me, because it's terrible. I broke nail, y'all. Don't judge me.
So what is like one of the biggest lessons you've learned from the whole Sparkle Girl Volume 1 era? It's okay. Take your time.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to, because I don't like answering questions like hasty. The biggest lesson I learned from Sparkle Volume 1 was just how to be a music artist in general. I learned how to put the time in. I learned a lot about the music business, which some I liked, some I didn't like. A lot I didn't like.
Okay.
I learned about how to be a businesswoman, about how to be a marketer. I learned everything because when I first came out with Sparkle Girl Cypher, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to make music and have my homies in the back, and it was like whatever. But I really learned how to be a businesswoman. I learned how to hustle. Like, my hustling skills jumped up 1,000% to where even when I'm out LA, you know, I'm still hustling. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
I'm still hustling. Not with a broken finger, but I'm still hustling. You know what I mean?
Yes, there you go.
It taught me Sparkle Volume 1. It's Sparkle Volume 2. Hold on, let me put that down. Sparkle Volume 1 really taught me. This is kind of what made me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because without this, I probably wouldn't be in TV shows like Doublecross or movies with Amari Hardwick that's coming out this year. I wouldn't be doing the elevation. I wouldn't be elevating.
Right. No, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Sparkle Volume 2 taught me.
Go ahead.
always be true to yourself, and never listen to a label.
Yes.
But
yes, definitely.
have fun. And
yes.
Always do a follow-up. But y'all gonna see, so it's crazy because both of my mixtapes were exclusive on that Piff because, you know, at the time I was touring independently.
Right.
And, you know, it's like Nikki said, you make $1 million off of mixtapes. So I got two mixtapes on that Piff that you guys will be seeing this summer on iTunes, and you'll see a lot other things coming from it. So get ready because yeah. So that Piff, like you'll see a lot of stuff happen.
Okay.
You know, so you'll see these two Spark of Iron 1. This is on that Piff right now. Spark of Iron 1 hosted by Don Cannon, and Spark of Iron 2 hosted by DJ Damage. It's funny because he's in LA. And this summer, you guys will see it on iTunes because I never put them on iTunes because I'm like, whatever. But you'll see these on iTunes, including new music. So make sure you look out for this. Okay? And look out for
definitely look out for this.
And if you see me out in LA, you know, stop me because I always got them on me.
Right, exactly. And two, you know, in my opinion, because I've been listening to your music since you first came out, because my niece showed you your video when your video first dropped, and I was really amazed at what I heard. So I've been a fan ever since. So, you know, definitely keep making music and keep making movies and keep doing what you're doing. And then also, I want to talk about, you know, your other music videos. You went from Shannon Murr to Robbie Live, who's directed a lot of your music videos, actually, like probably a majority of your music videos. So how did you hook up with Robbie Live?
Robbie's like family. My mom grew up with his brother Brick, and shout out Brick because Brick is Robbie's manager. And me and Robbie always had this like dope creative connection. Yeah, so he shot Bum Chick for Spark of Iron 2.
Right.
He shot a few more.
All Gold, like Everything, what? Backseat, Bugatti, Legend. I think he also shot the My Introduction was probably the first video that I think he shot for you. Yeah. The first video he uploaded. He also did No Chaser, which was a really good video.
Yeah, he definitely did. It's been so long, y'all. So,
if you can recall, like, what was it like shooting that video, No Chaser?
No Chaser, it was.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I think I just had some hard times adjusting because it was like one of the first R&B kind of songs that I put out. So I was like,
you did, yeah, because you definitely did more singing than that one, which I appreciated because you have a really great voice. So like I was like, okay, this is something different.
Thank you.
And then yes, definitely. And then another interesting video that had, you know, that was very choreography heavy was Pussy Rappers. What was it like shooting that video?
Pussy Rappers. That video was fun. It was an adventure. Robbie Live was there too doing that one. He was doing like a lot of like BTS and stuff like that because he also I also have a TV show on YouTube right now called Sparkle Girl TV, and it's early in the morning, so I keep forgetting stuff. But you know, like this brings me back to the Robbie Live question. So Robbie Live would always be with me, and we will always shoot Sparkle Girl TV together, and it would be really dope because he had came up with the whole like idea for the cover. It was just so beautiful when I first seen it, and it was like he was always there at the shows. He was always there, like, you know, like just during family stuff. So it's like you want people, if you want somebody to come in and fill your life,
right?
You want somebody that you know, you want to be somebody that you're comfortable sharing things with. If not, you're not going to be yourself. So, so that came to that, and then Pussy Rappers was another moment where it was a Sparkle Girl TV moment where we thought it would be funny because we're all going into the woods. Like literally, we weren't supposed to do that, but we were all going into the woods, and you know, it was funny because my mom was there, and it was funny to get her actually going through the woods in a dirt ditch, like dancing. That was really dope because my choreographer at the time, Ted Dances, we did a music video, and then from that music video, it kind of sprouted a relationship where we were able to like become like best friends and always work on music, and then that's when the dancing started to get more incorporated into my show. So
okay, definitely. So real quick, we're gonna hop forward just for a second, just because I'm gonna see, you know, if you can give us any tea at all. So please tell us just a little bit about your role in Doublecross without giving too much away.
I'm playing Stormy. I'm on season 3. It'll be out on WeTV.
Very discreet. Okay.
Make sure you catch up on it.
Yes,
Make
definitely.
Sure you catch up on Doublecross right now. It's on WeTV, All Black Network. You can find it everywhere, but you know, WeTV, give them ratings, and I believe Doublecross got like 48 million views within the first watch ever, so it was the #1 show. It has some amazing stars in it. I love my coworkers. I love the cast. I love the crew. They're all awesome. Last night we had our filming. We didn't get done until like 1, 2, 3 maybe. I don't know. I didn't get in.
Wow.
And I love what I do. This is meant for me. You know, I believe. A lot of people are like, oh, you're acting now, you're not doing music. It's like, bro, I'm gonna get to the music. But can I live a life where I'm happy and I'm trying new things that I've always wanted to try?
Right, exactly. Like, people want to put you in a box and shit. Like, you know, don't be boxed in by anything.
Like, I don't gotta be on a working wheel for you. Like, you know, you don't pay my bills. Like, I don't have to be on a working wheel. Like, people don't even realize when you do music, it is a constant, non-stop grind. Literally. Morning, noon, night. When you go to bed at night, you wake up in the morning, you got more shit to do. You got more people asking stuff. It's like, it's a nonstop grind. And for me, it's like, I like to grind, but damn, I'm a woman. I need to live. Can I live?
Right.
Can I be happy? Can I do things? I know I got a million other talents. Can I learn those other talents? I was only 19 people.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
I was only 19 people. Let God elevate me, because if I can't elevate, then I won't be happy. You know what I mean?
I love that.
I always knew I had a gift for expression. You know what I mean? I always knew I had a gift for expression. Whether it's me being in plays, me singing in plays, me rapping, me like, you know, acting. Like, we guys, chill. But back to Doublecross. You will see my music also in Doublecross too. So I'm not just an actress. You'll see.
That's what's up.
You'll see my music being presented on my debut in Doublecross. So.
Okay, definitely. Trev G said, "What's up, gang?" What's up, Trev? Trev G, I think he said hi to you.
Hey.
Also, so with Doublecross, you also did. Was you also in Made in Chinatown?
I was. I always like. I never called Made in Chinatown. I always call it like the Sopranos presents Made in Chinatown, because you know, even though like it's crazy because like I worked with so many dope people, like from the whole Sopranos, the original Sopranos cast.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, which are like old men now, but they're so cute. They're my old uncles, like my little Italian uncles and stuff. And then you got, not only do you have that, you have like legendary kung fu actors. Other besides Jet Li and Jackie Chan, these mofos are like big time in China. So it's like, you know, we got like Lo Ming, and we got, you know, the man from my guy from The Last Dragon.
Right.
We got my guys from Kung Fu Hustle. If you ever seen Kung Fu Hustle, the guy with the rings around his hand, like I worked with him personally. Like that was my master. He sold me in a card game. I felt like amazing, and you can find that on demand right now too, guys. So.
Oh yes,
this
definitely.
Is a promo. And
definitely,
congratulations,
yes.
Made in Chinatown, because they just established a Made in China Day in Chinatown, New York City.
Wow.
So it's like a big celebration for Made in Chinatown, which I missed because I was celebrating the birthday for somebody else. So.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's okay though, because it's plenty more. Made in Chinatown is blowing up. Like at first, you didn't hear about it because they were playing it in China first, which is amazing because maybe I need to go to China with some black hair so people can recognize me. But you know, it's amazing. God is good all the time.
Oh yes, definitely. And another movie that you starred in was Hollywood Hearts.
Yeah.
Tell us about Hollywood Hearts and, you know, playing in a movie with Bobby Valentino. Bobby Valentino was a huge R&B star. And, you know, the movie was all over BET and it's still, you know, getting played on BET. So, like, tell me, what was it like filming that movie overall?
It was fun. It was my first ever, like, real acting gig. So, it was like, I met Bobby. I was in Atlanta with my sister. She was doing hair at the Brunner Brothers convention. So the night before, it was like all of these promo events happening, and Sheen Magazine had an event. And if everybody knows Sheen Magazine, it's like a top black magazine for hair, and you know.
Right.
I knew the DJ in the club, and DJ was like, "Yo, I got some of your music. I'm gonna play." I'm like, "All right." They play my music now. Me and my team, all you know, cute and hype. Sheen Magazine walked up to me, was like, "This is you?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Oh, would you like to come to Warner Brothers convention tomorrow and perform?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool." So I show up to the Warner Brothers convention. They had everything laid out, the stage. I'm like, "Oh, 24 hours." In 24 hours, I'm gonna call Mr. 808 Bang. I'm like, "Mr. 808, I need a show track. Give me a show track with this song, and this song."
Right.
So I show up to Warner Brothers convention, and I killed it on stage. As soon as I get on stage, I meet Bobby Valentino.
Right.
Bobby was trying to holler. I was like, "Nope, no thank you." But he liked the energy. So then, therefore, he called me maybe a couple weeks later. I was like, "Yo, I'm doing a short film." It's a short film at the time. Would you like to be in it? He said, "If you audition for it," he said, "You wouldn't even have to audition. If you're committed to work, I'll book you because I like your spice. You from Philly." So I said, "All right." I said, "I'm committed. You got some work for me. I'm committed to anything. Like, you know, get me on that plane."
Right.
Got me on the plane. We shot like a portion of it. We shot. It wasn't even a big production in. We shot a portion of it. Whatever.
Okay.
Next thing you know, he calls me and tells me, you know, BET, they're getting on the project and they want to expand the script. So next thing you know, I get on set, and now it's Patrice Fisher, my sis from Zane Sex Chronicles and How High. I got Benzino over there. You got Light
Yes.
You got DC Young Fly. You got Carlton Payne, Cole from Martin. You got him.
Was you starstruck?
No. But I knew at that moment, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I arrived. I like this."
Right. Nah,
I'm a rapper from Philly. Like I got a gift for expression. Like I like this. Shoot, I'm in the mix with some A-listers all the time.
Right.
Like, you know, and it's like, this is a group project. When you do music, it's like dog eat dog world. Like nobody want to see you win. There can only be one. When you
Very
film,
yes.
Yeah, when you do film, it's like, it's cool because everybody there know they role. And then it's like, but you have to, regardless if you like each other or not, you have to come together to complete the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like it.
Definitely. And, you know, how long did it take to film that movie in particular?
About 3 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And movies
Hollywood
are never
Hearts,
long.
okay. Very interesting film, definitely. And, you know, keep acting because you're a great actress, and from what I've seen. And like I said, you're going to get a lot more roles if you keep on going and doing what you're doing. So, you know, definitely keep pushing. And, you know, are you trying to find a bigger balance to acting and doing music? Like, you know what I mean? Like putting out a full project or anything like that? Can we see anything, like any new mixtapes, a new EP, anything else that's going to come out soon?
Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of music. I think it's me focusing on my time, because now I'm becoming a more in-demand actress.
Right. Okay.
So at times it gets difficult because I was just praying to God, like, God, I need balance. Like, I want to start working on music, putting out music. I have music. I want to start putting out music, but I'm so busy. Like, I'm filming back to back to back. I mean, this year alone, I did Fells High. I did I did a Lifetime movie called End of the Line. From End of the Line. Fells High has Amari Hardwick and Elise Neal, so I had to do that. I couldn't pass up on that. Then I did a show called Cobwebs, back to back. Then I got booked for Doublecross. Did that. Now I said to people after Cobweb, I'm really pretty much done filming so much. But then when Doublecross came about, I said, no, I have to go. I have to. It's a must.
Right.
I have to go. But then after Doublecross, I have to go back to Philly to film something else. But I have to finish filming something else.
Wow.
And then I got casted to be in another military zombie movie.
Military zombie movie.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn, like that's an opportunity. I've never done that, so I have to do it. But I prayed to God that He would help me balance my time better, so that way I can put out music. Because it's not about the music getting done; it's about me putting it out. I'm a little hesitant on putting music out because it's like, once you drop music, your phone is going to be ringing nonstop. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's not about me not having the music, guys. Like, come on now, Major Sparks. I'm ahead of music. It's about not having the time to do all those. I get irritated when I think about it, like doing all those tours, like freaking doing all those shows. Everybody wants you to it's just so much.
Wow. So you just been on your grind from 2011 to now, pretty much just, almost nonstop music, movies, just, you just been moving. So how do you keep your sanity? Like, how do you keep your peace in all this?
God.
Man, because stay on your grind, definitely, but it's just so much that you have to do. And so it's TVs, movies, back to back. So how do you find time to rest and try to get some sleep? Like, how much sleep do you actually get doing all of this?
I mean, I get sleep. I mean, as you can see, I was late for our interview because I was sleeping. But I get sleep. I get sleep every night. It's actually a priority. I don't go out to no clubs no more. Like, I don't do that. And no parties. I don't fuck nobody. Pull up in that ooh, and that ooh. I don't do parties.
Right. No, I feel you.
Tonight I'm going to a party, but it's an art show, so it's different. But
okay.
I'm not,
art show. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not. I don't do parties anymore. I don't do that. It's kind of scary how much I like to be alone. Sorry, y'all in my chin. But I literally I don't do that. I spend a lot of time to myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how I keep my peace. I don't have a lot of people in my business and my energy, other than when I allow them to be. You know what I mean?
Yes, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing to be introverted and to keep your. That's the best way to keep your sanity is to keep your circle small, especially when you have such a busy schedule. And then,
I'm not always introverted. I feel like I'm social. I just choose my time wisely. I think that's what. Oh shit! I think that's just what happens. Hold on. So you guys, I have a sliding chair right here on the desk, and I tried to sit in it and it backed up. It tried to play me. I'm really funny on the low though, but I'm really a social butterfly, y'all. Like I'm not one of those people that's like weird with people. I'm not like that. I don't know why people keep saying I'm antisocial. It's just like if I don't know you, I don't know you. I'm from Philly. If I don't know you, it's all good. But I gotta keep it moving. Like and also too, I'm an observer. Like I'm almost 30, so like I watch everything. I peep everything. But I'm also a nice person. So.
Okay, I feel that. So we're gonna touch into another subject, something that you're also into that some people may find surprising. You also got your nursing degree. Is that right?
Yeah,
what made you dive into nursing?
Yeah, but I'm not an active nurse. You gotta keep your license and merely because my mom's a nurse and my mom's a nurse educator. So my mom, she's back in school for her doctorate in nurse education.
Okay.
And, you know, a part of me is not, I'm not going to say I did it because my mom did it, but a part of me is like, I did it for a backup plan. But then when I started doing music and I started doing film, I was like, damn, I don't need a backup plan. You know, do I want to risk myself getting COVID, working in the hospital? No. But if I ever wanted to retire and say, hey, like, okay, everything is done. I'm older now, which I probably never look old because my mom, you see how my mom looks. She looks super young.
Right.
I have that plan, but it was crazy because I'm so happy to have that nursing degree, because if that was the case, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have a global activism award, and I wouldn't have a collab award for activism, because when George Floyd died, I was very active in the protest. You know, even when the looting had started, I was like, I ain't no looter, I don't steal. But I stayed to give medical aid to those who got their head bashed open, who got shot with tear gas or shot with rubber bullets. So for me, I feel like, and that was just a calling on my life from God, to go out there with my equipment and my medical equipment. I even put up like a fundraiser from the people, for the people, by the people, just for buying medical supplies for them. Even though I had my own medical supplies, there were so many people out there, like, you know. But that's the part that you don't see about the protests. They always want to tell you about the looters, and they always want to tell you about how people were angry, but they never want to tell you how it's really a community build movement. You know, there are people out there giving out vegan foods to the homeless. There are people out there with granola bars and water bottles that, you know, anybody can grab. Homeless people. It's like, it's really a movement of community.
Definitely.
So for me to be able to go out there with medical supplies, and they also had medical supply stations too, so that helped. But we teamed together. It was a lot of people who were hurt. If you go on my page, that's Sparkle Girl A. Well, obviously we're on here now, but if you go on my page, you'll see like live videos of all of this shit going down. I remember CNN had posted in Philly where people were getting tear gas, like blockaded on the highway. I was in that. I was pulling people up from that situation, and getting tear gas. And trust me, you'll never have a feeling like getting tear gas. So I mean, I'm fine. But you know, it was a calling on my life, and I felt like if I had that platform, I should have been putting that on my page. Like, it was like so many people were support, but then there was so many people like, oh, you should be out there. Blah, blah. But I'm like, I need to be out here. Like, if you don't feel like you need to be out here, then that's on you. But where I'm at with it, and it's crazy because so many people we were at the heart of COVID, and it was like, yo, it's thousands of people out here. I never caught COVID a day in my life. Thank God, I bind and rebuke it. But you know, I was out there, and so many people were so afraid, and it's like, don't be afraid, come outside, you know, have your mask on, but come outside and help. So I like
Wow, that's heroic. Like, I'm really proud of you. Yes.
I don't think it's heroic.
I'm really, you know, happy and proud of you for, you know, doing that, you know, helping all those people, you know, who were shot with rubber bullets, and who were, you know, you pulling people from, like, you know, tear gas and things like that. That's fucking amazing. I'm really, you know what I mean? Like, I'm learning a lot of things right now, and I'm really happy that, you know, you participated in the whole Black Lives Matter protest, and that you put your nursing degree to not just good use, but honestly, like, exceptional use. So thank you so much for doing that.
But can I say this?
Yeah.
There are so many organizations beside Black Lives Matter. I just want you guys to know that, because there's so many times, like, people be like, "Oh, we all out here for the same purpose, Black Lives Matter." Yeah, like, it's an organization, but then there's also a movement. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are multiple. I have my own organization called You and Me Campaign. It's a humanitarian effort. Black Lives Matter have their own campaign. You know what I mean? Young Chances Foundation has their own campaign. Wake Up Your Mind has their own campaign. But people have a failure to realize that it does not work without a movement. So when people come together, it's like you got different parties, different political parties, but it's like some of us aren't for politics, some of us are for politics, but some of us are for humanitarian efforts, some of us are for youth build, you know, some of us are for all different types of things. some of us are for working in politics, but we all have come together for an effort, meaning all Black lives matter, including LGBTQ plus and AQ, all that. You know what I mean? It's a group effort. You know what I mean? And it's not, so when people say, oh, yeah, the Black Lives Matter thing, it's like, stop wording it that way. Because, like, it's not just that. It's a collective. It's a collective group of people trying to stand for change. Whether or not the agendas are the same, it all ties into systemic racism and the cause and effect of systemic racism within our own community.
Yes, definitely.
So it's, I just want to be clear on that. Because so many people are like, oh, you Black Lives Matter. I'm like, no, but I did get invited to be Black Lives Matter. I did, and I'm good friends with Black Lives Matter. I'm a humanitarian. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily believe in certain things that others may believe in. So, and I'm not just talking about Black Lives Matter. I'm just talking about people in general. I'm a little different.
Right.
So it's just different, It just, yes, they're my friends. Yes, I will. You need me, I'll come through, whatever. Yes, but I don't want people to think, yeah, we're some great people, specifically, Black Lives Matter Philly. There's Until Freedom. There's a lot of organizations coming together for a collective cause. So.
Yes, and I can tell that you're very passionate about this, and that that is really important for you to educate people about the whole movement and not just say, oh, Black Lives Matter. So I sense that you're very, very passionate about, activism. So, like, it must have really impacted you when you first heard about the George Floyd thing. And even going back in the past with, like, Trayvon Martin and all those other, men that were killed by police or killed because of implicit bias. So, like, it really, like, I could tell it really struck a chord with you. So, like, have you always been, like, into activism, or have you always been, like, this is something that you've always been very passionate about? Because this is the way that you're talking about, I can really tell.
Yeah, because even before George Floyd, I would always, like, do annual book bag drives. I would always do things with the kids, and that's when I got a citation for my dedication and community service to the youth.
Okay.
And that's where it all began. When I started to rap, I used to go to South Philly. That's where I'm from, and I used to give out book bags and do anti-protests or violence protests in Philly, because Philly is very violent right now, specifically, and but this is a problem that we've all had, this is a problem that we've all had for years in Philly, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I've lived in it, I overcame it, I thrived in it, so it was important for me to talk to kids. Like, on a yearly basis, I used to go to schools, and literally they would have career days, and I used to be at all the career days for the kids, and just to see a rapper coming in telling these kids that education is important,
right,
but also find something that you love to do in life, something that'll keep you busy, something that'll keep you happy. I think the kids love that. And the fact that these kids were so excited for someone like me to be there, someone young, someone beautiful, I would like to think. But it's also someone who's young, beautiful, and successful, tell them that they can do it too. I think that makes a world of difference. Like, I'm talking about a difference. And I've done this. Done this in Philly. I've done this in New York City. I've done this in DC. I've done this in Baltimore. And I'm continuing to do that traveling West Coast. I think it's really important. It's what God needs me to do. See, when you have a calling upon your life, you can't just sit and just deny everything that's happening. You have to really take that, because the callings can haunt you. You be like, dang, okay, God, I know I'm supposed to be doing this. all right, and you got to answer this calling. So.
Yes, definitely. And you mentioned God a lot. So, like, are you a religious person at all?
Why not? I mean, He is the creator, the Alpha, the Omega, everything. Like, Religious. By religion, I'm a Baptist Christian, but I'm spiritual more so.
Okay.
I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual, but I do follow the Bible. So yeah, you can say I'm religious. You know what I mean? I follow the Bible, but I'm also like, I'm spiritual. I do believe love is love. I believe that so many people they take like pieces of the Bible and they judge people on that, but it's like only God can judge me, and judging others is actually a sin. When people judge people for being gay, it's like, dude, like you say being gay is an abomination, but it's also an abomination to get divorced and marry again. Like, it's like, you got to stop picking words what God is saying. You got to start reading the Bible and really figure out what God is saying. And I think that people just listen to information instead of seeking information on their own.
Yes.
For me and specifically, I can't speak for anybody else. Whatever you do is whatever you do. I don't care if you're Buddhist, whatever. But I know the God that saved me. I know what kept me from going down a road of destruction, and I told God, if you get me out of certain situations, I promise you I will rejoice your name, and I will let everybody know when they look at me, they're going to see God, because they're going to know that I wouldn't have been here in this situation, in this place, without God. So
yes, definitely. And I love, the fact that you explained your faith, and it makes so much sense. And so, like, also, so do you meditate or anything like that?
No. I mean, are you asking that because I got this in the baby? First of all, this is my brother.
No, I wasn't asking it because of that. I was asking it because you said you're very spiritual. So I was like, okay, so, you meditate, or do you just pray or you just
I meant by like
pray
Holy
every single
Spirit.
day?
I meant by like Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Like, I got the Holy Spirit all the time. Like, I follow spirit. Like, I respect animal life. I respect trees.
Okay.
But whatever.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna cut a tree down. I'm not like that. No, but I also like, I mean, spirit, the Holy Spirit.
Okay. I'm catching on. So,
you know what I mean?
Also, yes, definitely check her podcast out. You got a podcast out called Spark Plug Podcast.
I do.
Yes, definitely check it out.
During the pandemic, me and my family, we were like, what can we do? Oh my God, we gotta stay busy. So we all came up with a podcast on our own day. I have the Spark Plug Podcast, and it is awesome. We really talk about spiritual growth. I call myself the spiritual gangster with my opening, and that's because whether it's mind, body, and spirit, holistic health. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, we talk about a lot of first episode, we talk about like people, like the energies that you should be around. We talk about being an independent artist. I always have a lot of guests on there. We talk about we just had a panel for women, powerful women. What's the importance of being a powerful woman, and also what's the importance of the voice behind the powerful woman. We have another one where we're going to do what's important about being a man and a man with vision. So yeah, we have a lot, and I have amazing guests on there. I got Linda Sarsour, I got Melinda Santiago, I got Miss Georgia, Miss Universe on there. I got Tone Trump, I got My Son the General. So many people.
Okay, that's what's up, yo.
Oh, and I got a Juneteenth one. With a Congress on there, Congresswoman, with Brenda Shelton Dustin, with Hotel Rwanda survivor, constantly.
Okay. Wow. Yo. So we're gonna ask only a couple more questions, okay, and then we're gonna let you get up out of here. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Storm, the CEO, says, "Hey, pretty lady." Hello. Hey, Storm CEO. How you doing?
Hi.
Yes, definitely. So, what would you say is your biggest accomplishment? Bad question, or you got to think?
I don't know.
All right, one of your biggest accomplishments, not the biggest accomplishment. I'll make it a little easier.
I don't know, because I always look at opportunities as like, see, that's my issue. I never feel like I've arrived. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's why I continue to work and continue to do all of these different things. I was always told, like, never feel like, you know, my old manager used to say, Kevin Lousy. He used to say, like, never feel like you've arrived. Because once you feel like you've arrived, you'll stop reaching. And that was a moment for me where I let everything go. Like, I didn't care about accomplishments. Like, you say I got all these awards, and I'm like, yeah, I got these awards, but I'm not hype over them. Like, I'm hyped to see them at times because they're shiny and pretty, but at times I'll be like, big accomplishments, I don't know.
Right, I feel you. All right, so the final question is just out of pure curiosity. So if the opportunity comes up, would you ever sign to a major label?
I don't know. That's another I don't know question, because it's like, yo, I was really telling my friend, like, I'm about to just be independent for the rest of my life. Like, it's just no point, especially if I'm doing movies. It's like, what do you want to, like, if I'm doing movies now, it's like, now I can't have nobody controlling everything I do. I'm just one of those
I
people.
feel you.
You know what I mean? I'm really just one of those people. Like, so, but yeah, maybe.
Okay, definitely. It was so nice talking to you. Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule, because I know you have so much to do. You know what I mean? And I know I woke you up.
No, I apologize for being late. I have to. So he texted me like, "Is everything okay?" And I literally popped up, like, literally you were on my mind. So this is how God works. I'm gonna tell you, I'm mentioning God. This is how God works. I literally was like, I popped up like, but then you texted me. My phone was on silent. I forgot my phone was on silent from being on set yesterday. Because, you know, when you're on set, you can't have your phone ringing. So I popped up on some just random, like, oh my God, it's like, but see, it wasn't nothing but like 20 minutes later, so it was okay. But I'm human, guys. Like, I was up until like 4 a.m. Like, I'm so sorry, but I'm really glad I got to make this, because this was a really good interview. And
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Yes, gotta be honest, when I texted you and stuff, like, I was more concerned about your well-being than this interview. I was just more concerned about you. So I was like, okay, you know, hopefully she's okay. Whether or not we could do the interview, hopefully she's okay. So definitely thank you so much for answering the call and for doing this. I appreciate it.
I am great. I am alive. I got my health. I mean, I got a puffy face right now because I just woke up. I'm in LA, you guys, living my best life. Can you see the palm trees? No. I'm in LA with the palm trees, living my best life, getting a tan as I walk out of the house.
Yeah, this is a really nice scenery. I feel bad. I feel just a little bad for the people who's listed on Spotify and stuff that can't see all of that, but very, very nice scenery.
It's okay. Well, you can hear the peace and tranquility through my voice, guys.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully we get to talk again or anything. So, you know, thank you so much once again, and you guys have a good one. Asia, have a good one.
Thank you. Be blessed, okay?
Yes, you be blessed too. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.